Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's TK the Poet. You already know, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Just speaking my truth. This not a diss song. It's just me speaking my truth. My truth might not be your truth, but you know what? This is how I gotta give it up. Yeah, tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't stepped that. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line at that close nigga, I back line that. Yeah, I'm tired of people claiming they my equal. We ain't equal, they can't match my level. You ain't stepping, you ain't stepped that. Stop that flexing, ain't no muscle behind that. That's why I draw the line at close nigga, I back line that. You barking like a big dog, you better get ready. Haven't seen what I saw, walk up on your ass with the mask. We are here with the second fire match of the week. This is much anticipated. We have Purpose versus Poet at Apology, a living legend versus a Red Dragons. But I ain't gonna hold you. Them living legends been having them Red Dragons by the neck. So we're really gonna see what's gonna go down this real quick. But I'm gonna bring each one of y'all up. I want y'all to introduce yourself and tell you what team you represent. We're gonna start with Purpose. Tell the people who you are and where you're from and what team you represent.
Yo, this is Purpose, Sherry Purpose Hall. I am with Living Legends from Kansas City, Missouri. What's good?
Poet without apology. Tell the people who you are and where you're from and what team you represent.
I am Poet Without Apology. I am hailing from Akron, Ohio, and I am representing Red Dragons.
Red Dragons in the building. We're going to get to the main screen. We're going to go to the coin toss and see who going to go first. Let's go. We are here. We about to get into the coin toss real quick. We have the queen, Purpose. Heads or tails, which one do you want? You want heads? Let's go with heads. It is tails. Poet without apology. Do you want to go first or do you want the queen to go first?
Ladies first.
Let's get to it. We're going to go ahead into the second string. We're going ahead and get to it. Purpose, it's going to be on you.
I'm a parent. Doing what parents do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. The reminder replayed my brain the entire way to Planned Parenthood till I was stopped at the entrance of the parking lot by two people, seemingly concierge and security, asked if I was the patient, then looked at my passenger while talking and reaching her hand inside. I said, "Thank you." She got louder, jabbing foreign material, shouting, "You have options," in the tone of violation. I, rolling up my window, shouting, "No, thank you." She, ignoring, I, shouting, "No, thank you." Never thought I'd be violated by a white woman with a savior complex inside of my own vehicle. I don't delight in Margaret Sanger's legacy of eugenics and racism, nor do I delight in the Westboro Baptist clones littering sidewalks in front of clinics. Ain't no allies on either side. I don't care about a right or a left wing, besides neither wrapping around underwear when the time of the month was missing. Here she is, disrespecting boundaries, not knowing what lines were crossed to get us in this. We ain't gonna need to be here with my window squeezing your wrist, ready to gun it and drag you for filth. Pause. I'm a parent. And I still need to be here to do what I am supposed to do. That reminder prevented me from making her into a heroine. No manslaughter. Would have just dragged her a little bit, pushed weight, illegal trafficking. Her kind would have still got high off that work done in vain, getting a good nod from comrades for martyr behavior. She would have been a golden cash cow on nightly news for injecting poisonous views, preventing health care from families in the name of the Lord. Funny how cooking up Black death makes you dope. How the spirit of political gains makes religion and addiction feel the same. This was literally the trap, and I almost fell in it. She, a Genevieve, feigning pure intent, standing on corners, looking in windows for Black skin, popping it like she know every damn thing, including my business. She on that white shit, looking for a fresh baby swamp rock to smoke up in the pipeline. I mean, why wait for school to prison when you could go wound to tomb? Extendo on the dash. I know the plans you have for me. This gospel of resources you speak ain't prosperity. You would never adopt a little black baby like ours and don't champion the help the system is supposed to give. Your angel wings got syringes in them and you ain't injecting me with that bullshit. This passenger is my kid. You don't think I ain't big. Plead. Fearing maternal mortality, praying for what she said her own mind couldn't handle. Oh, you just think we in this concrete jungle killing each other, including our own babies. You think I don't want my own grandbaby. This is what parents do, love and nurture through hard parts of family planning and protect from domestic terrorists like you, because here in the land of the free, God's free will does exist between a woman's knees and my baby, no matter if I agreed, had her reasons, because she was now a parent protecting her child, but not allowing her womb to carry that seed, and she had every right.
Before I speak, I should warn you. In fact, I should warn the Surgeon General that my speech can give you cancer. My words may carry toxins, not nicotine, but truth so raw it blisters your throat and scars your comfort zone. My voice might trigger tinnitus of the soul. And I just ripped the filter off this poem. This ain't diluted. This is concentrated smoke just for your lungs, your brain, your bloodstream. You ever notice how easy it is to get hooked? Not on jewels or vapes, but on comfort, on curated truths that drip distraction disguised as freedoms. Newsflash, you ain't breathing air, you're inhaling secondhand lies. And the truth is, my ancestors were smoking peace pipes long before colonizers lit their first cigar. And you can't jump from a shallow existence into a higher consciousness without combustion, without burning something. That's why they criminalized marijuana, then legalized it. And now billion-dollar corporations own dispensaries and zip codes where my brothers and sisters still rot in cages over dime bags. But this ain't about weed. This is about words. Words that maybe you should inhale, hold it in your chest before you blindly exhale their definitions. Because what if I asked you who discovered America? And if you said Columbus, how are you going to discover a house full of people? You got to the party late and then claimed you owned the house. And what if I said the word terrorist? Do you picture Iraq, Afghanistan, some foreign face in some foreign land? Or do you picture a mob in red hats storming the Capitol with zip ties and Confederate flags, because the British once called Washington and Jefferson and Hamilton insurgents? But between freedom fighter or terrorist depends on who writes the history books. And what if I sang the song, Get Up, Stand up for your rights. Realize that while you fight for abortion rights in post-Roe America, while you march for trans kids' rights just to exist, you're handing over other rights, like the right to a private conversation that isn't monitored by your apps, or the right to a fair shot at a job when your credit score stalks you like a mugshot, and maybe, just maybe, I'm saying a prayer in school because I'm scared, because God might not hear me because I don't have the insurance for emergency rooms or eulogies if I get shot. Now let that fill up your lungs before you exhale. And when you go home and look in the mirror, I hope your eyes are red, not from smoke, but from crying. Crying for that kid down the street who smiles through tears because her stepfather's fist and her pastor's hands won't let her sleep at night. And I hope your eyes are red, crying for your friend who just got evicted because rent spiked $400 overnight while hedge funds swallowed the whole block. And I hope your eyes are red, crying because the water in Flint, in Jackson, in East Palestine is still poisoned, is still a crime scene that politicians stand in while sipping on pristine bottled water. And I hope your eyes are red. I hope they're red from crying, because all that it takes for this to be you is one lost paycheck, one unanswered prayer. What I am saying is all that it takes for this to be you is tomorrow. And when somebody asks you, why your eyes are red. Don't flinch, don't lie. Say, I saw the truth burn and inhaled the ash. Then grab the closest piece of paper that you can find. Roll it like the scripture, light it like the gospel, and pass it and puff it like it's your last breath. No filter, no chaser, just truth, full strength, uncut, undeniable. Then pass it hand to hand until the walls sweat, until the ceiling peels, until the whole room catches a contact high. And if they can't handle the smoke, tell them this ain't smoke. This is judgment day, slow burning in your lungs. And when they ask who lent the blunt, tell them you did the moment you heard this poem.
Man, fire. Both sides, fire. Living Legends, fire. Red Dragons, fight. Look, man, look. I don't know what to say, man. This is amazing. We go back to back. We having them back to. All right, let's go. Let's go ahead and get into this scoring real quick. We're gonna start with B Riz. B Riz, tell the people who you are and where you're from and what team you represent.
It's B Rich, representing that diagnosis out of Kansas City, Kansas, residing in Dallas.
Okay, man. Let's get to it, man. Look, we're gonna start with purpose, man. What, you have any words before you jump into the scoring?
It was amazing. That's all I can say. I'm gonna get right to it, but both of them was amazing, man. Real close.
Look, let's get into the scoring real quick then. So, what do you have for penmanship?
I gave her a 5.
What do you have for substance? No, for impact.
Impact, I gave her a 4.
For believability.
A 4.
For substance.
I gave her a 5.
For delivery.
A 4.
And that is a score of 22 for purpose. Let's go ahead and go with Poet Without Apology. Any words, or do you want to get straight into the scoring?
I just want to say one thing. Hey, he wasn't playing this week, and he hands down he had it until one thing. But I'm gonna let the other judges figure that out. But come on with it.
Okay. What do you have for penmanship?
I gave him a 5.
5. What do you have for impact?
4.
For believability?
I gave him a 5.
For substance?
I gave him a 5.
For delivery?
He almost had a better score than what I'm getting, but I heard him mess up 2 times. I gave him a 3.
A 3.
But he held it though. He held it. I pay attention.
Okay, that's 22. That's 22 from B Rich. B Rich. Look, y'all already know what it is. TK the Poet. Y'all see it, PoetryLife League. We in the building. Past the ceiling, all that good stuff. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get into the scoring, and I'm gonna tell you what I have for purpose. For what I have for purpose, I gave her a 4 in penmanship, a 4 in impact. I gave her a 5 in believability, a 5 in substance, and a 5 for delivery, for a total score of 23. So let's go ahead and jump with Poet Without Apology. I gave him 5 for penmanship, a 4 for impact, a 4 for believability. I was kind of teeter-totter on that. I wanted to give it a 5, but I was kind of teeter-totter on the believability and the impact. But for substance, I gave you 5, and for delivery, I gave you a 5 on delivery, for the total score of 23. We are here. Fire match. Both poets gave exactly what they were supposed to give. A Poet Without Apology. Purpose set the stage on fire once again. We're gonna start with Purpose real quick, and we're gonna tell up and see what is what. So TK the Poet gave you a 23. Okay, gave you 23. Okay, and B Rich gave a 22, and Zoe Zahn gave you a 25. She gave you all 5s. Okay. And that's a score of 70 right now. That's a 70 for Purpose. So let's go ahead and go with Poet Without Apology. Let's see what his score is right now. I gave him a 23. B Rich gave him a 22. And Zoe Zahn gave him a 22 with a total score of 76. 3 points away.
I actually love the piece that he did, though. I love the journey that it took us on. I respect that piece. Of course, I always respect his writing, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, and I loved the piece that Purpose put forward. It was beautifully written, beautifully executed, and I felt it.